Hey guys, just wanted to drop in and tell you about this video. This is going to be a longer than usual video. It's a Mario5MK update where you can probably see on the screen right now. It's about Burnout and Super Mario Star situation and the future of the project. So just bear with me and hope you enjoy. Yeah, I was talking about Bloxels and my plans. I was really out on it. The lack of game update was like really, I don't know, it just made me lose energy because I love testing the new features. I may have claimed this somewhere in like Discord DMs or somewhere, but I said like that I wasn't burnt out because of the Miles Power Super Mario Star like stealing art. I saw his like game saying like that he doesn't get to interact with anyone because of his mom's rules. Like I can sympathize with you there, but it's weird because if you want to interact with people, taking people's art is not a good way of doing it. It's just not, and I shouldn't be so open with giving my art to people. While I like being friendly with other artists, like in the Bloxels server, like I love interacting with them, and I love like showing off my stuff. I'm not particularly fond of giving my stuff to strangers on the internet. Like, the whole Super Mario Star thing and the stealing is weird, because I know Arcade Academy and Super Mario Star aren't very fond of each other, but I can recall a time where I wasn't very... I mean, I'm not really that fond of Arcade Academy on Bloxels because he also made one of those, like, My Mario, My Luigi collections, and it had one of mine, and it was just marked as 3D World, and it was just weird. I don't know why they hate each other. I don't know what Arcade Academy does now, since he made that vote, so he must not be like sort of taking art. I mean, if it was for archival purposes, I get it, but like you could credit me correctly because it's just an odd situation. I have to cut out a lot of this because I'm probably gonna make this specific section its own video. So with the Super Mario Star guy, I don't trust the Super Mario Star guy because he's like, hey, I left a message for you in Bloxels. I'm starting to get angry. You haven't responded. Like, I don't know why Fungus Chat just doesn't just ignore him. Super Mario Star is just a stranger on the internet. It's like school bullies that, albeit not the physical bullies, but like the mental bullies, like they have no power over them. The Super Mario Star, like, he's mad at people, but then he's like calling he called Arcade Academy a wonder nerd, whatever that means, and he said he didn't like Icky Gamer's art, which brings me to the conclusion of, why did you steal it then? The Miles Power fan guy was being harassed because of the art stealing thing by Arcade Academy, and then he switched names to Super Mario Star just to avoid the criticism and the comments. So Miles Power, he sent mail to me saying, your art is really good, I'd like you to teach me all the characters, and he was like complimenting it, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, but I also said I don't know how to feel about it. I made a community post on it addressing it. Like, I really didn't know how to feel about it. Back to Super Mario Star. So he messaged me in Bloxels saying, your art's really good, teach me these things, but then it disappeared, and Super Mario Star made a character ranks, and where he tagged me, he like specifically tagged me, and yeah, he was ranking art, and he ranked me twice, and he's like, I want him to teach me his art. And this was when I was in contact with like Iggy. He like recently addressed me again, saying like, and he said he'd give me credit where it's due only if I responded. Like, what does that mean? Does that mean you'll take it anyways if I don't respond? It's very bad wording if you don't want to seem like a person that's being framed. Like, he said he was being framed and he's not a copycat, but there's plenty of evidence. I have to be real. Like, it's a very odd situation. It's very confusing. Like, I want to respond, but I also don't want to respond. What was it? I said to Iggy Gamer, like, I'm pretty sure I'd say no anyways. Yeah, he had asked me again, like, hey, can I use your art because your art's really cool? I'm sorry, I'm just scared because this Wonder Nerd Arcade Academy keeps saying I'm a copycat. Calls him a nerd again, like, what a nerd, ... Like, if you're trying to make a good first impression, like, why would you start calling people names? But here's the clincher. This is not your first impression. You already reached out to me as Miles Sales Power Fan, and let's assume Super Mario Star is malicious. If you really wanted my art and wanted to, like, convince me to have your art, why wouldn't you keep both of the games up? Like, then you have two opportunities to convince me. So, Mario5MK, there hasn't been updates, and I haven't been showing off new stuff because of this issue. Like, I've created a new run animation for Mario, and nobody has seen it yet. And I mean, literally nobody. This was happening when I made the, Watch Your Head. If you notice, I never walked in that video, and that's because of the situation with the plagiarist. Reference is good to have, don't get me wrong, but it shouldn't be to the point where you're copying one for one. Like, you can ask people for, like, inspiration and, like, tips and tricks. Okay. See, I don't trust you. If that makes you upset, I'm sorry, but I don't trust you. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents on that situation. In terms of Mario5MK, 1-3 is done, 1-2 is done, 1-1, like, the first 3 levels are done. I was making the castle assets, but I got burnt out on it. Backgrounds, I made a new ice background, like a day version and a night version. I have some placeholder backgrounds. There's a new bee power-up, because I had asked in community posts, like, what power-up should I make, because I don't want just Pea Balloon and... I don't know if I'm going to use Pea Balloon, but I don't want just Mini Mushroom and Pea Balloon to be the only power-ups you unlock in Worlds 3 and 4. Mario5MK is a huge project, and it's going to take forever to complete. So basically, I have to get the basic characters and power-ups done, tile sets, level concepts, enemies, worlds, and all the pathing done before I can start to do the checkpoints and the systems. So I was thinking, like, I'll have a checkpoint system where if you go back to, like, this little area in the world map, you can leave there, and, like, each of the checkpoints, like, say, World 3-3, and then in parentheses 3B, so, like, 3B would mean something, like, you are in the middle of, or, like, you've just completed World 3, and every other world will count as complete, and other power-ups will get unlocked. Say, the bee mushroom. You don't have that in World 1. But once you get to World 3/4, you will have it. And if you go back to World 1-1, if you go to the power-up menu, you'll notice, oh, the bee mushroom's there. I can now search for other secrets and, like, hidden passageways that I needed to go through with this specific power-up. Tying all of the checkpoints together, I'm probably gonna have to create a PDF for this stuff. It's gonna be ridiculous. But it's a huge project, and, you know, there's nothing worse than having your work stolen. If you get what I mean. Okay, in terms of updates, I have the little new backgrounds. So these are new, these are final, this is final. Little sneak peek at a plan. These are final backgrounds. So this is new. I have little ice things, world enemies. I have the little numbers here showing the world theme. I remade the Cheep, I made the little Buzz Bees and the... I forget what these little bug guys are called. This is my best attempt at those slidey penguin guys. I forget the name of. This is a little flurry guy. Like, this is basically going to be the equivalent of a snow Goomba. And then we have the smaller version that I liked better. Then we got the little foos, which are going to, like, blow fog at you. Like, it's purely, like, no damage. It's just going to be, like, in the Dora trick. And then these guys are going to blow you off stage. Like, this will be an actual hazard. Like, you will die from these guys. You'll be blown towards the screen and then fall down, which I thought was really creative. Like, that was like a brain explosion I had making these guys. I think I showed them off, but I'm not sure. That might... I don't know. Got the refreshing herb because I noticed that, say you complete 1-1, you go to the world map, go to the next level, you'll appear as regular Mario, and then if you were Fire Mario in 1-1 when you completed the level, if you just go through as regular Mario in the power-ups, like, you'll still be Fire Mario, so I had to add the refreshing herb from the Mario and Luigi games, so you could, like, reset who you were, so you could play as regular Mario if you wanted. These are basically all the sprites I made before I made the character. I made these tumbleweeds, the power blocks, like mini mushroom. You'll be able to climb up on walls. I haven't made any for any of the other power-up. Here's the bricks that I made for the tower, but these might be turned into the castle one, and I might try and emulate the tower levels from it's Mario Wii, because I mean, I grew up with that one. Got the little fall warps, cloud cannon from 3D World. When I was thinking of the concept powers, I made 5 power-ups. The first one, it was in the pre-early, like an early test world before the official one and before the older one. It was in the first test world. Before I even started uploading, I had the Tanuki power-up, which uses the Bird Flutter and Speed 3, but I ended up getting rid of it because it wasn't unique. This one, which I legitimately made into a character, if you see... Oh yeah, you get to see some of the new walk animation. I haven't showed it off yet, so you get to see it now. These 3 have the idle animation, the new run animations. Like, it's simplified. Like, I'll go to regular Mario. You can see that it's just 8 frames. I'm gonna ask for ideas on the Mario's idle animation. In terms of games, this is template. You're gonna warp in the middle after selecting a level in the world map, and you'll be able to select your power-up, basically. With a level that has a debuff, you're gonna get it at the beginning, and when Cloud is available, I use the D key, it'll unlock it. So any level that needs, like, that has a power-up that will give you a status, it will be a warp instead, and you'll go here, it'll remove the debuff, like for Cloud Mario, it'll remove the debuff, and it'll let you spawn in again as Cloud Mario without the debuff. So yeah, that's how that's gonna work. If there's a debuff and you pick a power-up that will take away a debuff, it will get rid of it, but if there's a power-up that has a status, it'll just give it to you, I suppose, with the same, like, warp system here. There's tower. This is sort of a concept I made, how the tower levels could look. 1-3, I don't think I've shown any footage of it besides in the Bloxels Discord server. This is basically it. It's an athletic level. It currently uses Big City. I might use New Big City, honestly. Oh yeah, if you fall, you go into a warp that kills you. It's just your athletic level. You press jump when you hit the mushrooms, and you'll bounce up, albeit a little bit higher than a regular jump on the grounds. I really like this level. This level's cool. And then you got this running section from 3D Land or 3D World. I timed it so it hit all these guys in one jump. Like, I redecorated 1-1, 1-2, made 1-3, but that's about it. I I'm tired. I'm losing my voice from, was it just an hour of talking? I suppose I've been talking for an hour. So for streams, I kind of have my work cut out, you know? I will see you later. If it sounds like I'm crying, I'm not. It's just my voice. I love you guys, really. See ya.